Collective, hey, Grand Rising, happy Sunday. I have some weird stories to bring you as usual. It's Pearl Snap here, make it snappy. Got all kinds of weird stories to tell you just from the past 48 hours. But here's some of the miscellaneous things we're going to be discussing in this video. Okay. Somebody fell down and went boom. And there's a crying dog in the mix here. Somebody's dog was yipping and yelping, and there's a supportive hummingbird in this story who came to reassure someone who fell down. There's a hanky mishap. Stay tuned. Okay, that revealed a message. This hanky mishap brought a message about a succubus energy that's all over your energy collective, that is trying to keep on keeping on, just sucking the life out of all of us. It's not gonna give up that easily. So, you know, this shit still ain't over. Attacks from the spiritual realm are still being experienced by you out there, by me. Okay, so what is the only recourse for now? For this morning, it's coffee and donut holes. Okay. I was like, this is my coping mechanism today. There it is. Okay, all right, terrible. But those are gluten-free donut holes, and it's Sunday morning, so it's Sunday morning coffee. And here is the hanky mishap. Okay. What happened was this hanky was folded up like this, okay? It was folded up. It was in Pearl Snap's purse, and Pearl Snap absent-mindedly threw an uncapped gel ink pen in her purse, and it landed in the hanky somehow. And this was all balled up, and it landed in there, and it stained it all up. It didn't stain the inside of my new hand. I had a new purse I was carrying around. It didn't stain the inside of it. It only dinged up my wallet a little bit. But look what I got. Look what happened when I took the hanky out and unfolded it. It's a Rorschach design. Isn't that creepy? I was like, whoa. Then right away I started overthinking, and what does this mean? Here it is the other way. What does collective see here? Leave it in the comments, and then we'll have our psychiatrist analyze you. No, I'm just kidding. But I'd like to know what collective sees here. This one kind of looked like some kind of monster-y thing. You can see the two eyes, and down below there's kind of like a beaky mouth. This could be a demon. Let me put it the other way again. There's 3 bats taking off. I don't know, collective. But anyway, that kind of freaked me out. This hanky mishap freaked me out. And so last night, here's what happened to me personally. Something weird might have happened to collective last night too, like this. I don't know, but here's what happened to me. I heard this dog whining and hollering from real close, and the street that I live on is just an alley. It's really narrow. So the neighbors right across the alley, they're very close by, really close, and they're like 20 feet away. They have this dog over there that was making a fuss, and so I just somehow couldn't help myself. I went out there and I decided, I never do this, I decided to peep on my neighbor. So I walked across the alley and peeped over their fence. And I just caught the whole situation in one fell swoop. I knew what was going on. I could see into the kitchen window. There were people in there cooking dinner. The dog was pissed because they threw it out in the yard and locked it up out there, and it was a hot night. And he didn't want to be out there, and he knew they were eating, and he was just, you know, he was having a fit. The dog was. As soon as I had that assessment made, I turned around and walked back towards my front door, but I fell down. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, on my stomach, on the sidewalk. And I didn't see that coming, and I didn't even know what I tripped on or anything. It felt like somebody threw me to the ground. It was like ghost judo or something. Ghost jujitsu. Some kind of spirit like threw me to the ground or something. I don't know. But, and I was very lucky I didn't get the wind knocked out of me. But it was that kind of fall that you could have gotten the wind knocked out of you, you know? Because I landed on my stomach. But I laid there for a second, kind of stunned. I kind of turned over to see what the hell happened. And I was looking, at that point, I was looking up at the top of a little tree in my neighbor's yard, and a little hummingbird came and landed right on top of it, right at that moment. And I've been having so many magical moments with hummingbirds that I was blown away by this, okay? It was like, oh, this again. These hummingbirds are, they're always around here. Just this morning, we had incredible hummingbird traffic at my feeder out there. It was amazing. It was like breakfast rush hour out there for a little while. So anyway, one of them came and sat on this branch of this tree and just sat there for a while, and it was kind of looking down at me, and it appeared to be grooming itself. It kept running its beak down its side of its body. I don't know what it was doing, but I felt like it had come to reassure me that everything was okay. Like, because maybe I did get thrown down by a spirit, and then maybe my guardian angel just showed up right at that same moment almost. It was like, it's okay. You're okay. You're okay. And I was. I didn't really get hurt. I got up off the ground and walked back into my house. But then later, after I went to bed, I felt it. I've got a sore spot on my ribs under my right breast, and I must have landed right there. And all these muscles in my arms and torso are sore from catching myself right before it landed, I was even having a problem rolling over in bed. It was painful. So I don't think I cracked anything, because from what I know about cracked ribs, they're really painful, and I'm not having that kind of pain. So I'm not that worried, because also my spirit guide came as the hummingbird to let me know everything was okay. So that's my weird story, okay? Oh, man. The little coffee and donut hole story for you on a Sunday morning. Okay? But one of the downloads I did get from this is that this succubus energy, okay, that's all over your energy. You're this rose energy that has this succubus energy all over you, trying to, sort of like blot out your existence, pun intended. What is this thing, What is that? I thought we'd do a reading on that. That's what the reading's about. This is going to be really wooey, okay? So stay tuned, because we're going to do a raffle drum. We're going to pull on this. Okay, Holy Spirit, why don't you come down here and work with me to give a really good reading to clarify what's going on with this weird succubus energy that's here. While getting ready to run the raffle drum here, I had another download that Dark Arts Spiritualism Created Chaos down there on the bottom. Okay. This has something to do with this. Sorry, we're going to sage down the raffle drum too. And let's just sage down the raffle drum too. Uh-oh. Whoa, look at that. The camera wants to fall down when I want to do that. Okay. maybe that's the succubus energy, does not want this area purified, so the message can't come through. That's what I just heard. All right, that's enough. I'm going to sage my own hands and my crown chakra and stuff too. Please protect me while this message is coming through, and let the message come through, please, for the collective and all the techie things that have to happen to upload a video. Let them happen without incident, please. Just let it happen. Thank you. Okay. Three, 2, 1. Let's go. And this thing's really heavy. There's so many cards in here. It's real heavy. It's hard to turn the crank. And I think maybe I need to get the cards out of here and like throw them up in the air a bunch of times too. You get all clumped up, but yeah, they're mixing. I just saw RVer. I just saw RVer. So I'm gonna take that as remote viewer. There's a remote viewer somewhere in this story, I guess. Uh-oh, look. Okay. Uh-oh. All right. There we go. Sorry, I'm not going to edit this down because I want you to know and see that I worked with the cards I just took out. So, sorry to keep you waiting, collective. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this read. I'm going to throw the cards down right on top of this, hoping that maybe they'll help clarify it. And we will maybe we'll pull one of these at the end. And we'll throw down a few tarot cards on this too, after we get all these cards out. So let's get these cards out first. First of all, I saw this right at the end and I knew it had to come out. This is bigger than you think. Oh, realtor. Soak. Right away I'm getting somebody got soaked by some realtor or something. Struggling with lack mentality or shortages. Okay, we may be about to experience shortages because, okay, I'm getting this succubus energy as part of something bigger than we know. And it's part of this whole thing to give humanity a really hard time and, you know, make us experience shortages and lack and hardship and all kinds of terrible things, bad health. We don't like it. We don't like this. We want this succubus energy off of us. We don't want to cooperate with it, okay? There's some kind of an evacuation that may be coming. And I would say that might be associated with this message of shortages on this card. There's some kind of an evacuation coming. It's associated with this succubus energy. Maybe it's an evacuation of the succubus energy itself. because you don't want to cooperate with it anymore, okay? Awareness of patterns in the matrix can open doors of escape. Yeah, you're going to get out. You're going to evacuate, right? Evacuation. Evacuation. I have another card in here and somewhere in there that came out yesterday, and it says defenestration. And that means when someone goes out a window and falls to the ground. Defenestration. Throwing someone out a window. And if you think of the traditional tower card, it has people being thrown out of windows. So that's like a tower card, the defenestration card. And that's how I'm seeing this. It's a doors of escape out of the matrix, evacuation. There's some kind of tower going on, okay? Because this is bigger than you think. It involves hospitals and shortages and stuff. There's a writer out there that figures significantly in this. Okay, this writer doesn't want to. There's a trans man. Apparently this writer is a trans man. Okay, it's a man, but it was born a woman. Okay. Somebody's a small business owner. It looks like there's someone on the ground here that's aware of patterns in the matrix. They're a small business owner. They're a trans man, and they don't like... Okay, this is someone who's like LGBTQ, but doesn't like the political agenda, and is starting to dawn on them, that everything's gone to shit. Okay, I'm also hearing because dark arts spiritualism created this chaos. Can you see that? Sorry, my big honking coffee cup's in the way. Dark arts spiritualism created this chaos. This person is a member of this political faction that was in a coven, okay, that was doing rituals and spells to break down the country and stuff. They didn't realize what they were going to get. Not only is everything breaking down into chaos, it's brought these disembodied entities, okay, these succubus energies came in because of all this dark arts shit these people did in these political groups, okay, that are associated with people like this. There's a lot of people in this one group that's made up, it's a faction that's made up of different people of fluid gender, okay? Well, shall we say? There are a lot of them that are involved in occult arts, and they were doing dark arts on the country, against all of us. They brought in these succubus things. A lot of this happened at this time, during this time, from 2000 to 2010. This was building up in the background, apparently. Someone's a Pisces, so I'm going to say, I think it's this trans man writer is a Pisces. If you're still okay, collective, you really want to leave. You're like, what's going on? This is so fucked up. I just want to go somewhere else. And I think this is how a lot of people, a lot of good people who are left, who are still here, are feeling like this. Where else can we go? But I don't think, see, this relates to this evacuation card. People would really like to evacuate. They'd really like to get the hell out of the matrix. Because inside the matrix, you can be attacked by all these low frequency energies, because that's the purpose of the matrix, is to lower your frequency and hold you down in this low frequency energy, so these things can get all over you and attack you and suck you dry and harvest off all your divine energy for their use. Does that make sense? Some of these succubus energies are occupying human bodies. It's the same story, different day in the fractal universe of the demiurge. Okay, so the fractal universe of the demiurge is the matrix. It's like a maze or a labyrinth of different timelines and experiences. But a lot of them have the same story, right? Just like you tune in here, collective, your story's different from the other guy's story, but all your stories are kind of similar somehow. Okay, same story, different day in the fractal universe. That fractal universe is that I just talked about. It's how the same things unfold for different people in different ways, kind of. Of the demiurge. What's the demiurge? The demiurge is something that fancies itself to be God. And this is these AI, these thirsty, hungry AI, succubus, disembodied, I don't know, it's some kind of thing that gets loose. All right, on roses, look at that. It feeds on roses energy, really high frequency energy. What did I tell you? What did I say? Look, let's look at that. Do I really need to say it? Who's a gulper here? Okay, do I really need to say it? Look at all this dirt all over this rose, all over this beautiful rose. I can't hold it up right now. Sorry, collective. But that's what this is. Black goo, collective. Graphene. AI, black goo, graphene. This thing, and I think it might be AI energy. It's because it's bigger than you think. Okay, what is this realtor? Yeah, I think this realtor thing is, it comes in and it takes over the planet and it becomes the ultimate realtor. It owns everything. Everyone has to pay mortgage to this thing once it comes in. That's why we don't want it here, okay? It fucking soaks everybody, right? It does a lot of work through hospitals when it's doing these harvest operations. Likes to feed on human flesh and blood and stuff. Those are the roses, the real people. And it likes your energy. It likes your energy, people. It likes the rose energy. There's a barber involved here. Okay, so then there's this trans man who's a Pisces and is a writer and is a small business owner, okay, who he doesn't like the agenda. He's just realizing that these people have been pulled into this same story, different day. They've been pulled in and they didn't realize it. They were chumped. They want to go somewhere else too. Because now we're all going to struggle with this, because everything these people did brought chaos, right? And it brought the need for evacuation is here. From these terrible natural disasters and weather, terrible storms and stuff. The storms here. We're in the judgment time. We're trying to get out of the matrix. What else is going on here? There's a barber shop. There's a barber involved, okay? Yesterday, the hairstylist card came out. I'm getting from this that those types of businesses, small business owner, okay, those types of businesses, possibly this trans man owns a barber shop or a beauty salon. I'm getting beauty salon. It's like a gay beauty salon or something. They don't want to go along with the rest of the LGBTQ agenda. I'm getting that a lot of business for the dark side is done in barber shops and beauty salons. God, please allow my radiant, authentic self to emerge. Let me be who I am. That's what the collective wants. You know, you just want to get the hell away from this energy, whatever it is. You want to travel. You want to find somewhere else to live. To be yourself. Somewhere you can go to be yourself. To live authentically and stop worrying about this thing that's always hanging over you. This thing, this succubus energy that wants to harvest you off until you're dead, you know? What else? Biblical upgrades in progress. Evil is being wiped out. Look at that. Biblical upgrades in progress. I just said it's judgment time. Evil being wiped out. That's what this is. Okay, this is evil. This black ink stain on this hanky. It's the evil. It's being wiped out. Look, it landed in the rose hanky, which soaked it up and didn't let it touch anything else in the handbag. A couple things got dinged, but I was able to wash it right off, one of them. You are just a piece of code. Okay. What did this say? Upgrades. Something. Upgrades. Biblical upgrades. You are just a piece of code. We have upgrades in progress. This is more confirmation that we're in a simulation and the evil's being wiped out. It's like cleaning your hard drive, okay? It's being deleted from some sections of the data bank that there was a section that was contaminated with it. Grandpa, somebody's grandpa figures in this. I just got barber. That goes with barber. Somebody's grandpa was a mason because look, this barbershop pole has blue and red stripes on it. Somebody's grandfather here was a mason. And it's probably why Collective is experiencing this thing with disembodied spirits, because Masons do a lot of witchcraft and secret rituals and stuff that can bring chaos. It can bring back disembodied spirits with access to grind and so forth. And your grandpa was one of those. And this whole thing you're going through is related to that. Okay? So you are a curse breaker. You're a generational curse breaker. Mischievous whack-a-mole energy. Okay, jujitsu ghosts that throw you to the ground. Okay. You've kind of been plagued by these things that you're look, God, what I just say? Look at that. This was the last card in the pile. All this weird encounters Collective is having with these spirits, okay, these succubus spirits. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. All these weird energies Collective is having with the succubus spirits, it's because you're a curse breaker. You're a generational curse breaker, and you're trying to stop this energy that comes in to destroy everything because of these curses they put down. But this energy has whipped itself up into some kind of vortex or something that won't go away now. And so special, I'm channeling now, special curse breaker rose people had to be brought in to get on top of the situation, man. Because things were getting to this point, right? Things are getting to this point. Planet-wide. Oh, man, this is... Oh, what a reading. Okay, what else? Coffee sip. Mild slurp, sorry. collective. Okay, let's go to the tarot cards now for a little more granular clarification, please. Spirit, please bring us some messages regarding what's out here on the table to bring more. Can you bring more understanding to this reading, please? Thank you in advance. The Hermit. The Hermit. What is the way to throw off a succubus? You pull it in. Okay, boundaries, boundaries. What is the, who's an animal that really represents boundaries? The tortoise. It can pull its head into its shell, and that's that. You're not allowed in here, succubus. So you're learning, collective has learned how to block the succubus energy, how to just safely soak it up without getting all dirtied up by it. Oh, all right, well, we'll just take it. We'll just take the clump. Okay, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Because you did the work, you've done the work. Some people out here that have done the work, you're still under attack. That's what I just got. That's kind of why you're still under attack by this thing, because you did the work and you figured out how to beat this thing. It's still trying to get you. Here we have the Lovers, six of Lovers. This thing wanted to fly with you. King of Pentacles. It wanted to be the boss of you. Because it could go places, it could do things with your energy. See? It could generate things using your energy. That's what that pentacle is up there. It wanted to fly with you and manifest things using your energy. Chariot in reverse. It stopped you for a while. But now it's been stopped in its tracks. That's why it's so mad, and it's still trying to, it's like an angry goat that's trying to butt you or something. It keeps running at you, and it's not really succeeding in doing anything anymore, but it's because your energy is so high vibrational. You see, you're an alchemist. You've integrated your sun and your moon. See that? Your third eye's open. And you're magical. And so this thing can't really get to you. It's pissed. You escaped. You got through some kind of portal. That's why I can't reach you. But every once in a while, this thing succeeds in creating some kind of mishap or shit for you, an accident, like it threw me to the ground last night and this morning. I've got a sore rib, and it's still attacking people that are, good people. It's still attacking. And this is just part of divine timing. It'll peter out, I'm hearing. It's just going to peter out because all the people, it has to get into human bodies in order to be effective, in order to make anything happen. It can talk to them, excuse me, I'm burping, confirmation burps. It can talk, Mother of Cups, Queen of Cups, I'm channeling right now, okay, I'm being psychic. Queen of Cups with Ace of Cups, all right? This is psychic channeling here right now. Okay, so, whoa, this is great. We've got the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. I love this, this particular visualization of this card. I just love that. What I'm getting from this is that collective, you're going to be gifted, and it is some kind of inheritance. It's some kind of gift. It's an inheritance because it's passed down over generations and generations throughout time. See, that's a very old tree with a lot of rings. This pentacle you're about to receive is the result of I'm getting toil and labor of many past generations. Or perhaps secrets, or maybe even secrets of your bloodline, your DNA. Look at that. That could be representing your DNA too. There's something that goes far back in your lineage that's that you are part of this, okay? Ace of Pentacles, and we have Son of Swords in reverse. So this is actually the Knight of Swords, but he's been neutralized. So this succubus energy is largely powerless to hurt you in any meaningful way anymore. About all it can do is this mean little things like tripping you. That's kind of like what it did to me last night. It's like a bully sticking their foot out in your path as you run by, you know, or something. That's about all it can do now. So at the very end, it's what it is like malicious, spiteful, kind of energy that we're under from this succubus. I'm getting it's malicious, spiteful, immature energy, you know, that just gets off on being mean. It's gross energy. But it's fading away is what I'm getting from this reading. It is fading away. Okay. We've got perception. An ostrich with its head in the sand. Okay. All right, this is relating to this trans man small business owner who didn't want to go along with the Biden agenda anymore, right? Oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? I wasn't paying attention before. I had my head in the sand. Now that I've taken it out, I'm seeing I got schnookered. No expectations. Yeah, these people never considered what might really happen if they, as a result of what they were doing, they thought they knew what was going to happen. But in reality, they had no idea that they were going to create all this chaos and unleash it by doing their spell work and stuff. And yeah, they never expected what they created to unfold. That looks kind of scary there. They opened a door to this dark spirit coming in. It's a predator. It's a predatory spirit. These people took the key and willfully opened the door and let this thing out, unleashed it on everybody. And that's what a lot of them are starting to realize, that they had a hand in this by doing all that witchcraft they did. All these misguided, witches and warlocks out there that were doing dark arts, witchcraft spells over the country's fate and citizens, their fellow citizens. Shame on you people. You had no right to do that shit. What it amounts to is cheating, okay? That's why we had a constitution, so some of us couldn't cheat other people like that. You got to follow the rules. Shame on you, dark arts, witches, and warlocks that brought this chaos. You didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know what you were doing. You never expected this stuff to unfold. You know, I'm getting, you'd like to stick your head back in the sand. You're embarrassed now, you fools. You, on the other hand, collective, you kept your boundaries up. You're a real tiger about that, okay? You said no. Okay, see that hand? See that hand? I don't want to follow your agenda. I don't want to follow your agenda. You don't even want to follow it anymore. Fool. Yeah, okay, now we're all, oh, here's that turtle again. Small steps, big accomplishments. What did I say? What's the way to throw off these evil spirits and the chaos? It's doing the work, seeing the light, establishing some boundaries, knowing what you don't want, and making sure to keep your boundaries up that way, and then take small steps to make big accomplishments. We're all going to have to do that. There's no other way. I just saw this other turtle down here. There's no other way to recover from this other than baby steps, and it might be a slow and steady process, because these are turtles. It's Turtlesville here, you know. I'm getting everything's going to slow down. There might be a power outage, and you better have some candles on hand. But this is part of this recovery process is devolution and like shutting things down for a while and media blackouts and stuff. It's coming. But the one thing this thing can't handle, this evil spirit, it can't handle the light. All you have to do is keep your boundaries strong and stay in there and keep your boundaries strong and keep living right and stay in your lane. Keep shining your light and you will repel this thing. You will repel it naturally. Sacred boundaries. No weapon used against you shall prosper. One last card. Okay, Spirit, one last piece of information for the collective, please. Face your fear. Right? And don't have any expectations when you do that. This is kind of relating to this card I'm getting because they both have a key on them. You see that? And they're both kind of dark. So I'm getting becoming aware of these succubus things requires you to do some shadow work. Face your fear, and you're going to do some shadow work, okay? Some people are. And try not to have any expectations, because this is the way that you climb the ladder of enlightenment, okay? This is a symbolic of going up, ascension, okay? And this here is symbolic of transmutation. You know how the white light comes in and then it splits out into a spectrum. This has nothing to do with, well, it might have, we are talking about some element of LGBTQ here, so maybe that's what that rainbow is about. In this reading, there has been dark arts done. A card fell on the floor while I was saying that. All right, this will be the last word in the reading. Surrender to receive. Give it to God, collective. Let God take care of this final cleanup operation to remove this dirt. Some things were permanently destroyed or stained by this horrible thing that was brought into the world. Like, I'll never get that out of my hanky, but, you know, I collect antique hankies because I like to use them. There's nothing that cleans your glasses better than a good old-fashioned hanky, man. A good old-fashioned linen or cotton hanky. I've got a whole bunch of these. I can afford to lose one. Okay? That's the attitude to have. Everything is temporary. Okay? Everything is impermanent. Another card just fell into my lap. Tame and attain. This is you taming your mind to attain enlightenment. I just said everything is impermanent, and you're realizing that. You're on a journey. You're on a horse. You're moving. You're moving again. Collective will get moving again. Giddy up. All right. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and I hope you'll return again and again. And again. Okay, like, share, and subscribe, please, and hit the notification bell, and please donate if you feel guided. My PayPal link is in the description box.